if it's something that, if it's something, okay. We're improvising. Hey there, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Split Second, the show where watches are discussed, and we also laugh off the existential dread that comes with discussing time measurement and, by extension, our own mortality. By adding some dank-ass memes! My name is Julio, and Watches and me, we got a special thing going on, you dig? Let's dive right in. Before proceeding, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And hey, share this with other watch enthusiasts, yeah? Help spread the word. As usual, let's start with a quick wrist check. Today I'm wearing the Mitchell Timepieces Raider. And members of the Wrist Check Monthly Chat can attest to the fact that I have been struggling to take this thing off my wrist for the past couple weeks. But I'm not here today to talk to you about this. I'm here today to talk to you about this, the Aragon Matador NH37. In the past, Aragon have been known for putting out watches on the larger side. However, recently they have been putting out smaller watches like the Matador.
Ole!
Did you guys hear that? Anyway, one thing Aragon has been excelling at lately is designing really unique looking timepieces while incorporating movement variations that you don't typically see used. One such variant is the NH37. It's essentially an NH35 with a twist. More on that in just a bit. Let's first address the elephant in the room. Just take a gander at that mother of pearl dial. I know I said it in my unboxing video, which you can see here and in the description down below, but my wife knocked it out of the park with this gift. I just need to say it again. This dial is just so mesmerizing. It features rectangle indices from 1 to 11, with a truncated one at 3 to accommodate for that framed date window. And at 12, it features what I can only call beaver's teeth. Between all indices, which are applied, by the way, is a printed minute track. There you go. Now, as far as the hands go, Aragon have gone with a set of beveled hands, and they're pretty beefy, you know, to accommodate for that loom. A daintier set honestly would not go with the aesthetic here. Completing the handset are a needle second hand and an AM/PM indicator around 1030. That's the twist I was talking about a little while ago. The Aragon logo is applied at 12, and the words Professional, Automatic, and Water Resistance 200 meters are printed above the 6. The case, bezel, screw-down case back, and signed screw-down crown are all made of 316L stainless steel, as well as the bracelet, which is a 3-link, has solid links, solid end links, and a milled push button signed clasp with a diver's extension. This is a great inclusion for on-the-fly adjustments. Now, where I live, it can get pretty hot and humid, so throughout the day my wrist can swell and shrink every now and then, so on-the-fly micro adjust is a welcome addition here. The case measures 42 millimeters, with pretty long lugs at around 50 millimeters. However, they do have enough curvature that the lugs do hug the wrist quite nicely. Added onto that is the fact that the bracelet has female end links, which make it pretty much drape over the wrist. It comes in at around 15 millimeters thick, so that is a pretty chunky boy. And lug width is 22 millimeters, so spare straps will not be a problem. The crown and bezel on the Matador.
Ole!
There it is again. You guys seriously can't hear that? Anyway, the crown and bezel here are something else. The crown features knurling that provides excellent grippiness, and it is very smooth both when threading unthreading. It features some of the coolest looking crown guards I've ever seen, and it is loomed. The bezel is a circular brushed coin edge steel bezel. Unidirectional rotating, 120 clicks, and just listen to that ratcheting. That is rock solid. It is one of the most solid bezels I've ever had the pleasure of encountering. And it has no backplay at all. It also features a loom pip at 12 as well as loomed 15, 30, and 45 at the respective spots. All other 5-minute increments are indicated by little circular pits, for lack of a better word. Let's do a balloon shot here now that I've mentioned that. Have I mentioned how I'm a sucker for two-tone loom? Now that looks like C3 or an equivalent on the hands and indices, and on the crown and bezel, there's more of that purplish loom from the DM42. Now I've reached out to Aragon for more info on this, and they were able to confirm that it's actually Super Luminova all around. And, you know, this may be topic for another video, but Super Luminova actually comes in a variety of colors, I recently found out. So I'm gonna go ahead and maybe do a different video on that particular subject. But yeah, that purplish hue loom is actually still Super Luminova. Now, covering the dial is a piece of flat sapphire crystal. What do I like? Well, there's quite the laundry list of pros here. The loom is phenomenal. The bezel and crown are great for fidgeting around with. The bracelet is super comfy, and the diver's extension was such a welcome surprise. And let's not forget about that dial. Seriously, it's giving my abalone dial Wavemaster a run for its money here. What do I wish were different? Well, I would have liked some more variety in the finishing. The watch is pretty much completely a polished finish, with the exception of the bezel, and that makes it basically a fingerprint and scratch magnet. The other thing is the AM/PM indicator here. Now, as far as complications go, the AM/PM indicator is one of those that, in my opinion, falls into the nice but kind of superfluous category. I've really only found it remotely useful when setting the watch. And when I first saw this, I thought that the indicator would bug me, being at such an odd position. But the mother of pearl dial makes it so I barely know it's there most of the time. The only other thing I wish were different is the finishing on the diver's extension. When you open it, the edges can be pretty sharp, and it's kind of hard to capture that on camera, but the edges over here are pretty sharp, but the edges on the clasp itself are rounded. So they could have done that, because honestly, I actually, when I first tried doing this, I cut myself. It kind of pinched me and it cut me. So, you know, just for future reference, Aragon, maybe these round them off just a teensy bit. Not anything noticeable, just enough so that we don't injure ourselves with the watch, okay? QC issues? Well, I really only found one. It's very minimal and barely worth mentioning, but I know that some of you do really care about this kind of stuff. The loom at the 12 o'clock, and I will get a better shot of that, it is not evenly applied. It's got a little bit of, I don't even know what to call it, but it could have used another coat or two of loom for it to look evenly applied at night. Other than that, it's a finely made timepiece. The final verdict? Well, at the time of filming, the Matador...
Ole!
Seriously, what is up with that? Jeez, I'm sorry. At the time of filming, the watch retails for about $189, and I'm honestly floored by how much watch you get here for less than $200. If you wanted to get something like this from Seiko, for example, you're looking at least twice as much as what this watch costs. It's not perfect, but there's just so much more to love than there is to complain about. That'll be it for today. What did you think of the watch? I'd love to hear what you have to say, so leave a comment down below. Stay safe, mask up, and remember, be kind to each other because life can change in a split second. Whoa! You made it all the way to the end of the video? Really? That's amazing. Even I don't make it all the way to the end of the video. Well, if you like what you saw, click here for another video and click here to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to ring that bell so you're notified whenever I publish a new video. Thanks for watching.